Welcome back to the channel. Glad you could join me. Hopefully you found something good to read for the summer, possibly multiple good things to read for the summer. I've already finished a couple of books this summer, which is really nice. I just finished this one, actually. I picked this one up on Google Books for free, and I'm glad I did. This book is called Demonic Indemnity, and it is by Craig McLay. I wasn't sure exactly what I was getting into when I picked it up, but the blurb seemed interesting, so I picked it up. The main character is named Timothy Lovecraft, and he works for an insurance company called Crimson Seal. Now, I can see some of you out there, your eyes are glazing over. You're thinking, insurance. Yeah. It's very much a spoof in many ways. The universe that this is set in, it's basically like an alternate Earth setting. So Timothy works for an insurance company, yes, but an insurance company on a world where it is present day. They have cell phones, they have cars, they have all that kind of thing. But on top of that, they also have werewolves, vampires, demons, all that stuff. So he works for the insurance company that insures people against what they call identity theft. Now, in this case, identity theft is demonic possession. You could be possessed by a demon, and in the course of that possession, that demon steals all your stuff and ruins your reputation. And so you may take out an insurance policy against that so that you would be reimbursed if that ever happened. Now, if you claim for demonic possession, somebody like Timothy would come and investigate the case just to make sure that you weren't trying to summon a demon. It was just you just happened to be possessed, as opposed to you live in an area where you built your house on top of a Native American graveyard, and so your chance for possession or poltergeist or whatever the case may be is much higher than somebody else's. So yeah, like if you are a seer who does seances and communes with the spirits, you're not getting that insurance policy. And if you are building your house and they know that weird stuff happened in that area, you're not getting that policy. And so Tim Tim is working for this insurance company, and he gets promoted is not the right word. Basically, he gets moved to a different... he was basically an insurance underwriter, and he gets moved to the Special Investigations Unit. Now, the Special Investigations Unit is pretty unique in that they can investigate anyone and anything. They're not necessarily in the chain of command of the rest of the insurance company. If they need to, they can investigate the president of the company. So their job is to, when somebody decides to file for, say, identity theft, they need to go and make sure that that person wasn't trafficking with spirits, that they weren't bringing it upon themselves. Well, Tim is this is kind of one of those weird cases. It's rather interesting. There hasn't been a human to work in the Special Investigations Unit ever in the company's history. Mostly because it's seen as a very dangerous job, and humans are just not suited to that particular role. So Tim applies for the job, doesn't think he's going to get it, but due to a push by one of the vice presidents of the company to open the special investigations unit to more diversity, he gets the job. The thing is that Tim is very good at his job. He's conscientious. He is well versed on the dangers of spirit possession, of hauntings, poltergeists, all that kind of stuff. So he does a good job, and he wants to do a good job, seeing as how there's a lot of eyes on him to screw up, if you will. Anyway, I'm getting way into the weeds here. The first case Tim gets is an identity theft. He has to a seer files for identity theft. Now, you may have remembered me saying that a seer wouldn't necessarily get them because get the policy because they traffic with spirits and stuff like that. Well, she is a fake seer, and everybody knows it. It's one of those ones where she doesn't actually talk to the spirits. It's just, she uses trickery and things, and everybody's okay with it because they all know. It's an open secret. And so when she gets possessed, that's when Tim gets involved, because she's not in a haunted area. Everybody knows that she uses trickery. She doesn't actually. It's kind of one of those for fun things. Now, one of the things about this is you've got pretty high stakes. You've got demon possession, and Tim's boss is even a demon. He's a 3-headed, multi-armed demon who floats around on a cloud, and lightning and stuff when he gets angry. He works with. There's a ghoul and a werewolf. There's a succubus that's in his department. So there is that element of danger, but it is kept very light. This is a comedic novel, and it is very fun. Craig McLay does a great job in characterizing the people, and not just the people, but also the world in which the action takes place. Tim, you feel for Tim as he's in this new position, but on top of that, his brother is living with him, and his brother's a vampire. And on top of him being a vampire, he's a terrible vampire. He can't hold down a job. He's terrible at relationships. Right at the beginning of the book, he gets in a relationship with a girl, and the relationship doesn't last for like more than a day. It's that bad. And whatever you think of vampires, whether you like the Twilight vampires or you're more into the old school Dracula from Bram Stoker, this guy is a slacker slob that has been turned into a vampire and is still a slacker slob. And Tim has to deal with it. It's, as I said, it very much feels, you feel for Tim. You feel for him in this situation where he's put upon and he's having to deal with not just a new job, but the typical things. His mom is trying to set him up with a nice girl, but all her nice girls are not Tim's speed. They're people that mom would be happy with, not necessarily Tim. I'm not saying that Tim is in any way strange. He's not that. No. But if you've ever been in that situation where it's like your mom is trying to set you up with a nice girl, you know what I'm talking about here. Anyway, that's it for Demonic Indemnity. You should check it out if you're interested in that kind of supernatural, but still on the light comedy side. There is some tense moments, but again, they're kept light. The action moves pretty smoothly. There's good characterization of both the people and the world. Very enjoyable read. Anyway, that's it for today. Let me know if you've read Demonic Indemnity. Like, comment, subscribe, all that other stuff. And come join me over at my other podcast, The Distracted Gamers. If you enjoy, pop culture and nerdy stuff, we'd love to have you. Anyway, that's it for today. Until next time, enjoy what you're reading.